The Westchester women's rugby team competed in the National Collegiate Rugby Championship with their longest winning streak since their previous national championship in 2019. They have been hard at work at practice to beat teams like the Naval Academy, Brown, Penn State, and many more. Rugby is a big part of these people's lives. They practice 4 days a week, as well as lifting twice a week from 7:45 to 8:45 a.m. Then they compete every Sunday, where they play against 4 or 5 teams at a time. The first team that they competed against in the national championship was the U.S. Naval Academy. Unfortunately, this was their first and only loss for the whole weekend, but they needed this win to be able to take home the cup. Because they did not win this game, they were bumped down 2 brackets, which had them competing for the bowl. Through hard work and dedication, the Golden Rams ended up taking home the bowl by beating Mount St. Mary's in South Nazarene on the second day of the weekend. While it wasn't the national championship they were holding for, these Golden Rams still came home with smiles on their faces and hardware to bring home, knowing that they went 3-1 in the National Collegiate Rugby Championship. Here to tell us more about the season is team captain Mia Moore on her thoughts about the mental aspect of playing the game, and Tyson Hickey, his thoughts about how the team did after nationals and the feelings surrounding the tournament.
My thoughts on the season were that overall it was a good season. I feel like we all did really work well together as a team. I feel like in all seasons there can be a little bit of like fighting and all, but I think we did overcome it a lot, especially in the fall. As the spring season went, I thought it was a bit distraught because the mentality is there's like a split team.
I think we performed very well at nationals. We had multiple hat tricks, one on each day. We played a very tight, tough game against Navy. We held them to nothing in the first half, and in the second half they were able to get a really good play off of a penalty and then break through a tackle. And in sevens, those little mistakes, those little strokes of luck can make or break a game. And then, our next game we just exploded. We didn't score in the first game, but we got about 29 points in the second game. One of the hat tricks was in that game. It was against Adrian College. They were really good with those offloads. It was a very tough match, and we just played very well. We came out in the first half not so good, but then in the second half we really had a return to form and played great. And then in our third match, it was probably the toughest match of the whole weekend. We won by 2 points. Each team scored 3 points, but we were able to get the points from our kicks. The other team missed their final kick, which was dead in the middle, and we won because of that. Every single person worked so hard in that. We all performed, and I cannot say how proud I am of this entire team.
Overall, despite some hardship on the team, the Westchester women's rugby players saw lots of wins this season, and we can't wait to see what they do in the fall.
Whoa, Roo, on 2, 1, 2, everyone.
Early when you're done. Early when you're done.
Whoa, Roo, on 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Whoa, Roo, on 2, 1, 2. Whoa,